सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantavhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. It is indeed a moment for us to realize the depth of Sri Mahabharata as presented by Vyasa, borrowed by Shuka and Srimad Bhagavatam, and the essence being presented to us by Bhattatri in Srimad Narayaneeyam. This shriek continues. Pradyumno Raukmineyaha Sakhalu Tavakala Shambarenahritastam Hatvaratya Sahapto Nijapura Maharad Rukmikanyam Chadhanyam Tat Putrotha Niruddho Gunanidhiravakandrochanam Rukmipautrim Tatrodvahe Gatastvam Nyavadhi Musalina Rukmiyapi Dyuta Vairat Pradyumnaha Saha Raukmineyaha. That son of Rukmini, called as Pradyumna, Raukmineyaha, son of Rukmini, called Pradyumna, Saha, he was called Pradyumna. Kala Tava Kalu, he was a partial incarnation of Bhagavan. It is believed that they represented the Vyuhamurtis, Aniruddho, Apratirataha, Pradyumno, Amitavikramaha. So that Pradyumna, who was believed to be the partial incarnation of yours, Ahritaha Shambarena, was spirited away by an Asura. Who was this Asura? His name was Shambara. So the Shambara was abducted this little boy of Rukmini and Krishna called as Pradyumna. Hatvatam aptaha nijapuram. Later when Pradyumna grew up and realized that he was abducted by Shambara, he killed Shambara, Nijapuram. He returned back to Dwaraka. Saha ratya aharatu cha. Along with a lady called Rati, who was the one who nurtured him. She was believed to be the daughter of the fisherman who protected Pradyumna while he was found within the belly of a fish. So, Saharatya Aharatu cha Dhanyam Rukmikanyam. Thereafter, later, Pradyumna carried away the daughter of Rukmi. That is, Rukmini's brother, oldest brother was called Rukmi. Rukmi had a daughter. That daughter was abducted from the Swayamvara premises by Krishna's son called Pradyumna. Dhanyam Rukmi Kanyam. Now this was, though it was against the wishes of Rukmi, he couldn't stop because in those days you could prove your valor by abducting as well. So nobody stopped him, so she was abducted right in front of all the kings. Dhanyam Rukmi Kanyam. Atha Tat Putraha Aniruddhaha. Thereafter, this daughter of Rukmi who married Pradyumna had a son called Aniruddha. This Aniruddha, Gunanidhihi Avahat, married a lady called Rochana, who was the daughter of Rukmi's son. So she was Rukmi's granddaughter, whom Aniruddha married. So in that very hall, assembly hall that celebrated Aniruddha's marriage to Rochana, Tvam Gataha Tatra Udvahe. In that particular Udvahanam is marriage. Rukmi api Nyavadhi. There was a game of dice between Balarama and Rukmi. Though Balarama was known to have won, Rukmi declared through unlawful means the way that he had won. So this caused a lot of disgust, and Balarama killed Rukmi finally. Krishna had only disfigured. Now Balarama killed. Rukmi api Nyavadhi Musalina Dyutavairat, on account of that quarrel over a dice. So this is the story that has been summarized in one shloka. Bhattatri continues. Banasya sa balisutasya sahasrabaho maheshwarasya mahita duhita kilosha tvat पौत्रमेन मनिरुद्धमदृष्टपूर्वं स्वप्नेनुभूय भगवन् विरहातुराभूत्. Bhagavan, oh the one who is endowed with Jnanabala, Ishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Tejas, Shadgunya Purna. Sa Usha Mahita Duhita. There was this daughter of that particular who was a very worthy daughter of an Asura called Bana. Her name was Usha. Sa Usha Mahita Duhita. She was the worthy daughter to Banasya Sahasrabaho. There was this king called Bana of 1,000 hands, Sahasrabaho. So we have already seen Kartavirya Arjuna, who is believed to have had 1,000 hands. Now there is another person with 1,000 hands. Banasya Sahasrabaho Balisutasya Maheshwarasya. Balisutasya. He was believed to be in the lineage of Bali. Here it is declared as the son of Bali. Maheshwarasya. He was also a devotee of Maheshwara, who is Mahadeva, Shiva. Anubhuya Swapne, once enjoyed in her dreams. So this worthy daughter, Usha, daughter of Banasura, in her dream enjoyed Anubhuya Swapne. Tvat Pautram Yenam Aniruddham. Whom was she enjoying her time with? With Aniruddha, who is your grandson Krishna, Pradyumna's son. Tvat Pautram Yenam Aniruddham Adrishta Purvam, whom she had never seen before. She had never seen him before, but she was enjoying with that Aniruddha. Abhut kila virahatura. And she was oppressed by separation. The moment she got up, the dream would go away, and so the dream boy also go. So she was always lost in the thoughts of Aniruddha, and she for a moment thought that there is no Aniruddha with her. And she was completely lovelorn as a result of it. Yogin yativa kushala khalu chitralekha tasya sakhi vilikhati tarunanaseshan tatra aniruddha mushaya viditam nishayam aneshta yoga balato bhavato niketat tasyaha sakhi chitralekha kalu. There was this dear friend called Chitralekha to Usha, who Ativa Kushala, was extremely competent. Yogini, she had some yogic powers, some magical powers which nobody else had. Asheshana Tarunana, amongst the various youths that she had known, she finally spoke to Usha and shortlisted Vilikhati Tatra. She started painting different paintings of different kings. Vilikhati Tatra, and having shortlisted Aniruddham Viditam Ushaya. She had shortlisted a group of people and showed them to Usha. And Usha found out the person with whom she had enjoyed in her dream. That was Aniruddha. Aniruddham Viditam Ushaya. Ushaya told very clearly to Chitralekha, it is this Aniruddha whom I saw in my dream. Aneshta Yoga Balataha. What did she do? She was just not good at drawing. This Chitralekha, what did she do? Aneshta Yoga Balataha. With her yogic magic powers, she was ready to bring him. Nishayam Bhavataha Niketat. At night from your abode. So from your abode, she was ready to bring that entire thing. Nishayam Bhavataha Niketat. Aneshta Yoga Balataha. Now Bhattatri continues. What happened? Now that boy Aniruddha is brought to this capital of Banasura, and he's lying next to Usha with the help of her friend called Chitralekha. But there must be some political decision after that, right? Kanya pure daitaya sukhamaramantam chainam kathanchana babandhushi sharvabandhau Shri Naradokta tadudanta duranta roshaihi tvam tasya shonitapuram yadubhir nyarundha Sharvabandhau Kathanchana Babandhushi. Sharvabandhau, that who was person who was a great devotee of Shiva. Earlier we had seen that he is the devotee Maheshwarasya Balisutasya, extremely devoted to Maheshwara. That devotee of Shiva, Sharvabandhau Kathanchana Babandhushi. Somehow this man ended up tying Enam cha Aramantam Sukham. This particular person who was forcibly brought to his capital, who is Aniruddha. Daitaya Kanyapure, and he tied him along with that woman in the Kanyapure, in that quarters that was meant only for the women. Tvam Saha Yadubihi, immediately after knowing that his grandson has been arrested, has been incarcerated, has been put into the jail, Tvam Saha Yadubihi, Krishna along with the Yadavas, Srinaradokta Tadudanta Duranta Roshaihi, enraged beyond certain limits of whatever had happened, because Sri Narada had advised Tadudanta Duranta Roshaihi Nyarundhaha Tasya Shonitapuram, you did besiege that particular fortress of where Banasura was ruling, called Shonitapuram. You may be a bit confused. When Narakasura's Vrittantam was being addressed, I did say Shonitapuram. There, Shonitapuram is an adjective given. It looked like a city of blood, but the original name was Pragjyotishapuram. So there Bhattatri says, with blood strewn all over, it appeared as if Pragjyotishapuram had for a moment become Shonitapuram. But this capital of Banasura was exactly Shonitapuram. So Tasya Shonitapuram. So this Krishna with his army came to Shonitapuram. पुरीपालशैलप्रियदुहितृनाथोऽस्य भगवान् समं भूतव्रात्यैर्यदुबलमशङ्कं निरुरुधे महाप्राणो बाणो झटिति युयुधानेन युयुधे गुहः प्रद्युम्नेन त्वमपि पुरहन्त्रा झगटिषे Bhagavan Shailapriya Duhitranatha, that particular Shiva who was the consort of the dear daughter of Himavan. So Himaraja Putri, Himavan Putri is Parvati, Parvatavardhini. That Parvatavardhini's consort is Shiva. That Shiva, Bhagavan Shailapriya Duhitranatha, Puripalaha Yasya, Asya. He came because he believed he was the protector of the city of his devotee. Samam Bhutavrataihi Nirurudhe. Along with all the Bhutaganas from Kailasha, he came. Ashankam Yadubalam. And when the onslaught of the fearless Yadava army, he was fighting. Mahapranaha Banaha. And that particular Banasura, Jhatiti Yuyudhanena, was quickly encountered by Satyaki, who was attached to Krishna's Sainyam. Guha Yuyudhe Pradyumnena. Shivaputra Guha Kartikeya fought with Pradyumna. Tvam Jagatishe Purahantra Api. And then Krishna, you ended up fighting Shiva. So Satyaki encountered Banasura, Pradyumna was fighting with Guha Kartikeya, and then Krishna had to fight with Shiva. But what is going to happen towards the end of this Yuddham? All that in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते नारायण 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 ஆனந்தாவபோதாத்மகமனுபமிதம் அக்ரே பஷ்யாமி தேஜோ அஜ்ஞாத்வா தே மகத்வம். நாராயணியத்தின் வரிகள் சொன்னால் எப்பவுமே பாஷ்பவாரி பரிபூர்ண லோச்சனம் தான். கேட்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி, சொல்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி, நமக்கு என்னவோ அந்த நாராயணியத்தோட இணைஞ்சு போற மாதிரியே ஒரு பாவம். வரக்கூடிய ஜூலை மாதம் 8, 9, 10 3 நாட்கள் அடியேன் பெங்களூர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய டோம்லூர் சூரியநாராயண சுவாமி கோவிலில் ஸ்ரீவித்யா சேரிட்டிஸ் ட்ரஸ்ட் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி 3 நாட்கள் 8, 9, 10 ஜூலை சாயங்காலம் 6 மணிக்கு மேல பேச இருக்கேன். இது அனுமதி எல்லோருக்கும் சுலபம், ஒன்றும் கட்டணம்லாம் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. ஃப்ரீ என்ட்ரி, நோ ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன், எல்லாரும் கலந்துக்கலாம். நீங்க அத்தனை பேரும் இந்த உபன்யாசங்கள் 3 நாட்களுக்கும் வந்து குருவாயூரப்பனுடைய அனுபவத்தை பருக வேண்டும் என்பது அடியேனுடைய பிரார்த்தனை. நமஸ்காரம்.